I may have just made the best matcha I've ever made. Ever made. Girl, I don't know what she's talking about. Oh, it's easy for her to say. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Day. Today's video is going to be a little different. Today we're going to be talking about mental health while making matchas. Kind of craving a matcha. I was like, why not get a few things off my mind? I got a few things on my mind. So recently, I had been watching the Streamer Awards and I saw Kai Cenat. People who know me know I'm a Kai Cenat supporter. If anyone has a problem, the door is over there. I saw Kai had been receiving an award. He had made a speech and it was his first speech that he had made since we've seen him during Mafiathon. And he was talking about just battling through mental health and that mental health was real. Anyone who knows me also knows that I'm a huge mental health supporter. I'm 100% mental health advocate. Mental health matters. Hashtag, it's in my bio, like, mental health matters. He said something along the lines of, people tell you to be yourself until it's time for you to be yourself, and then they want to change you.
And I would love to end this with a quote that my good friend always says. Everybody preaches to everybody, be yourself, be yourself, be yourself. But as soon as people get on the internet, they tell you how to be. Thank you.
And that spoke so many volumes for me because that's so true. Why is it that we're constantly being preached to be yourself, be yourself, be yourself, but until we start being ourselves, it's a problem. There were just a few points that I felt like making when talking about being yourself. Before we get started, I'm going to start my matcha blend. People are always telling us to be ourselves, but the moment that we become ourselves, they become uncomfortable. And it's like, why does it seem like people only accept the version of us that makes them comfortable? I'm gonna sift it. So people seem to only accept the version of us that makes them comfortable. So let's say you're confident. For some people, your confidence might intimidate them. That's a problem. Having boundaries can upset those who benefit off of you, because why do you have boundaries now? You never had boundaries before. And for some people, there's some people out there, you know, who want to grow, but the second you announce, which is a problem, don't announce everything you want to do. I can say for myself, from experience, that I used to be somebody who told everybody everything. I would tell my friends, oh, I want to do this. I have a passion to do this. I want to do this. Or my grandparents, like, I would tell them everything. And there's nothing wrong with telling your family everything, but make sure your family will support you. Not saying that they don't, but make sure they understand your goals. And if they don't tell anybody anything. For the most part, you shouldn't tell anybody anything. I had to stop that because every time I told somebody something, it backfired. Every time I told somebody, I'm going to start this, it backfired. I quit. Every time I told somebody, I'm going to go into this profession, I quit. Keep it to yourself, because caring what people think literally keeps you stuck. That was my problem. I always focused on the validation that I gained from telling somebody something rather than pursuing it and the outcome and what I gained personally from it. Matcha blend, and now I'm gonna heat up some water. I'm gonna put brown sugar. So when you constantly are trying to gain some sort of validation, you find yourself actually in a position where you feel like you're playing as a character instead of playing as yourself. And then you're confused because the other person that you were trying to get validation from is happy for you, but then you're not, because it's not what you originally wanted to achieve. And then you start basing choices on how people will perceive you, not what makes you happy. And that's not okay. That's not okay. Don't exist to meet the expectations of people who don't even know themselves, is what I'm basically trying to say. A lot of my issue with today is so many people are so opinionated. And there's nothing wrong with having an opinion, but it's how you execute your opinion. It's how you say your opinion. Especially when it comes to social media, everyone has something to say. On Twitter and Instagram, I would say the comments are the most toxic places to be. Okay, I have an issue. My matcha's not like matcha green, it's like poop brown green. I used to be the type to stalk comments on Twitter whenever I saw a post that like you kind of knew was gonna have some sort of negative energy. It was messing with my mental. Like I was almost seeking this stuff because it shocked me how much hate was on these platforms and blew my mind. Like, I'm like, why do you care? Why do people care so much about what somebody else is doing? Especially if you don't care about that person, why do you care so much? If you're not coming from a place of concern, I'm whisking my matcha. If you're not coming from a place of concern, why does it matter? Why do people care so much? That blows me. It absolutely blows my mind how much people who don't even know these people care about what's going on. It just comes back to the point of people projecting on others haven't even reflected or healed their own selves. So why do we care? I'm saying why do we care like it's so easy, because we're human. We're supposed to care. And coming from someone who cares, I would say, too much sometimes, or had to learn how to not care, your life shouldn't feel like a courtroom. You shouldn't feel like everyone shouldn't be the judge, you know? Life's about our personal preference. And I try to preach that so much to a lot of people. It's all about your personal being. It's what you want to do. It's about your sense of style, your sense of humor, your knowledge, what you care, what you want to read, what you want to listen to, what you want to write. Just going back to Kai and all that, like even he said, a lot of people on Twitch are friends, but a lot of these people's fan bases and communities are constantly talking and bashing one another. Why? Like, y'all, why? These people are friends. Why are you trying to create something that's not an issue? When you stop caring, you start to realize that being yourself isn't the problem. The problem is you trying to meet people's expectations. What do you expect? What is there to expect? Some people just won't get what you are trying to achieve, such as myself. Making this video. Do I think, could it blow up? Yeah. Many people might see this. But if it doesn't, what am I going to quit it? No, I'm going to keep doing what I want to do. Or if this video got hate, that's just somebody who's a problem with themselves. Because why are you hating on me talking about people like you? Actually, I get it now. I understand why someone would be hating on me. Because they can understand and relate to the people I'm talking about. But people are going to judge anyway. So I might as well give them something to judge about. You might as well give them something to judge about. I think I'm going to mix milk in with my matcha because I learned that somewhere. Bro, I'm so sorry. You guys know a good matcha blend? Please let me know, because as much as I love this blend, it's not green enough. It's giving forest green. Like, I want matcha green. It's gonna be too light of a matcha. I hate matcha that's too light. Like, I want a cute matcha, a cute green matcha. People are gonna judge you anyway. If you're too quiet, you're boring. If you speak up, you talk too much. If you try something new, you're doing too much. If you try to stay the same, you're not doing enough. Nobody's satisfied. That's the whole point. Nobody's satisfied. Not everybody's gonna be satisfied. So I don't care. And maybe I'm making this video for myself. That's something I want to achieve, not caring. I don't care. I really don't. I don't want to care. I just want to be me, do me, and call it a day and have fun doing it. What happened to having fun and laughing and smiling? And I understand, you know, I will say the state of our economy right now is crap. And it's hard to be in a good spirit when everyone around you and everything around you is kind of going down the drain. Is going crazy. I feel like in moments like these, I felt the same way probably like during COVID. I was depressed. I was like, there's gotta be more. Like, you're stuck in the house and you're like, when? For me, it's like, well, when is time's gonna get better? You gotta make it better. Sometimes, and I had to learn this, instead of waiting around for a miracle to happen, be the miracles. You don't have to be a life-changing person. You want to change your life, but You don't have to change the whole world. You can try. You know what? Change the whole world. If you can change it, change it. But for the most part, if you're stuck somewhere, start doing something small. Start doing something that you enjoy doing. That's something you've always wanted to do. Just start taking risks. How I even started YouTube was, I feel like we're at a time where, AI's on the rise and prices are on the rise, and it's like people with degrees can't even get proper jobs. Like we were told growing up, get a degree, get a degree, get a degree. There's people who have multiple master's degrees that I know that don't use them. Or there's a truck driver I know who has a doctorate's degree. And he drives trucks and gets paid well, actually. He gets paid really well. It kind of makes me feel like we were set up. Some people won't understand it. I feel like some generations don't want to expand their mind and want to kind of stay in the same traditional life ways. However, I can say that any less specific. Do you? People are gonna hate. People are gonna love you. People are gonna be people. Humans were human. The most that you can do in this time, I can say, is make the most out of it. Something else I learned was tomorrow is seriously not promised. I know in our heads we're planning for the next day and da-da-da, but life can go just like that. That's actually kind of sucky to say, but it's real. Like, we're still living in life. We're still human. Things still happen. When people say live like no tomorrow, literally do what you want, because you might not have tomorrow. So why would you spend all your time worrying about what people are saying today, when either tomorrow you can be successful, or tomorrow you might not even have to worry about it? Or does that sound insensitive? And we're so caught up in worrying about whether or not people are gonna like us. There's people I don't like. I'm sure there's people you don't like. And some of you might be like,
I can't not like anybody. Like, I don't hate anyone.
I'm not saying you don't hate anyone. I'm saying there's people in our lives that do things that we might not agree with. So what difference does that make for someone when it comes to us? Why does everyone have to like us? Why does everyone have to like you? Oh, shoot. Actually kind of looks good. What do we gain as people if we have everyone like us? Or if we satisfy everyone's minds? What does that gain us? What does that gain them? If every single person likes you, what do you have to strive for? People literally say haters are motivators. There's supposed to be a balance. Now, I wish everyone wouldn't hate like they do on Twitter. Mermaid Cold Foam, this is expired. What do we gain from everyone liking us? We don't gain at all, because the goal would be for everyone to like us. And then what? What do we work towards? What do we have to work towards? What you can do, though, is act as if everyone likes you. And if somebody doesn't like you, that's a them problem. They're the problem, because what do you not like me for? What did I do? I'm just a girl sitting here making matcha. Imagine not liking me. I'm not gonna sit here and say everyone has to like me, But I'm gonna act like everyone does, because all you can do is radiate positivity. All you can do is go through life sometimes it's hard, but with a smile on your face and keep it pushing. Sounds so insensitive. I can kind of say that because I used to be the type to, I don't want to say woe is me, but I used to be the type who, I don't want to say was self-pity. Instead of doing something and fixing my own problem, I would sit comfortably in life and just let life happen until I got what I want, I guess. I can't remember, because I've gone through so much soul searching. Like, I'm not like that anymore. But I know there's people out there who, still might have a hard time realizing that there's so much power that you possess that you can change your life. And it sounds impossible, but like doing research, finding a passion, finding a goal. I had no passion, no goal a year and a half ago. I had a passion, I had a goal, but I found it unrealistic. My passion and goal was YouTube. I'm here doing YouTube. Do I have 100,000 subscribers? No. Do I have 100 subscribers? Not yet. But I'm doing what I want to do, because why shouldn't I? So you should do what you want to do. Don't go out and do some bad stuff. that will get you in jail. People that tell people don't become an artist or don't go to art school because that doesn't make enough money. Do you know how many random art pieces are in a gallery? I'm gonna insert a random art piece. And some people might say, how did this make it? How is this in a gallery? I don't know, but it's here and they're probably making a lot of money. People are so caught up in traditional standards that they forget just because it didn't happen to them means it's impossible for others. Now that we have social media and phones, we can clear as day see that the impossible is possible. Nothing's impossible. I always go back to Kai, and I'm not trying to sound like I'm meat rotting. I always go back to him because he literally came from nothing. Like hearing his story, just being in sweet cold foam, guys. But coming from nothing, like being in a homeless shelter, to being a millionaire, almost a billionaire. And it took him 3-4 years of dedication, probably more than that, but for the most part, of dedication, just because he wanted to. Because what did he have to lose? What do you have to lose? A perfect cold foam. Love it. I love to see it. Oh, it did so good. See how earlier I was complaining about my matcha not being great? And I actually just made a great matcha. Like, I'm hyped. Kai is the type who's always telling people, don't give up, don't give up, don't give up. He's living flesh of coming from nothing to becoming someone so huge. Being that big might not be your dream, but at least have a dream. I'm gonna Martin Luther King it. I'm gonna put caramel on top because I'm a caramel fiend. I was a caramel fiend. I may have just made the best matcha I've ever made. I might have just made the best matcha I've ever made. Anything is possible, guys. Moral of the story is, we're in a time where times are tough. Do what you can. Start small. Anything that makes you feel bad about yourself, remove that from your life. That's your first step. That's what I'm going to challenge you guys. Now, I'm not saying if you have a goal to give up, because things are going to be hard. It's hard for me sometimes to come out with YouTube videos. For some people, that might be simple. Just make a video and upload it. But for me, I have to think. And I suck at thinking. I'm just a girl. But if there's a negative presence in your life, you might want to step away from it. Things take time, guys. Please be easy on yourselves. It's not going to happen overnight. That's something I'm still struggling with. Learning to be patient. Patience is something that's very important, and discipline with being patient. Our generation, we're able to access things so quickly with our phones. But when it comes to natural causes or natural wants or needs, sometimes we just have to be patient. We can't control everything that goes on in our lives. So all we can control is ourselves, what goes on in our own lives. If this was me 5 years ago watching this video, I would be like, this girl don't know what she's talking about. It's easy for her to say. I'm still learning. I'm here now. I've gone through a couple spiritual awakenings, and all I can do is wait for my time to come. I'm doing what I love, making what I love. That's all I can do. That's the best I can do for now. And it will get me somewhere. As long as you're consistent and what you love to do, you will get there. And keep God present, because keep God present. If you don't believe in God, start believing. Even if you don't have, I'm not telling you to believe in a religion, but believe in a higher karmic power. Believe in consequences. Believe in there's good consequences, there's bad consequences. There's always an outcome. Regardless of if you believe in God or not, there's always going to be a consequence to something. That's the big thing. There's 3 paths you can take. The good path, the current path, which is standing still, or dark path. You choose which path you want to go down. Choose if you want to stay where you're standing. Choose if you want to grow and do things the right way, or choose if you want to grow but do them in a way that may not be appropriate. If it works out for you, so be it. That's all. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Me making a matcha. I wasn't teaching y'all how to make a matcha. I just wanted a matcha. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment. I want to hear what you guys think. If you guys don't comment, then I don't know. If you like this type of video, maybe I'll post some more. And if not, I'm still gonna post because I don't care. Because you shouldn't care and I shouldn't care. Nobody should care. Be you. I'm gonna be me. You're gonna be you. If there's something you don't like, just move on. That's it. I'll see you guys in the next one.